Okay, let's talk about two financial universes that, for the longest time, have been running on completely parallel tracks. On one side, you've got your traditional bank, and on the other, you've got the wild, fast-moving world of crypto and decentralized finance. They've pretty much ignored each other for years, but what if that's about to change? What if they're on a collision course to become one?
This really gets to the heart of it. It all comes down to control. Think about it. Open banking was all about giving you the choice over your data. DeFi was about giving you the choice over your assets. See the connection? It's the same core idea just applied to different things. And pretty soon, it's not going to be two separate conversations. It's going to be one.
So to really get our heads around this, let's use an analogy. Imagine all the world's money flowing through two totally separate tunnels. The first tunnel, that's the traditional finance system we've all grown up with. The second tunnel, well, that's the brand new, built for the internet world of DeFi.
And right away, you can see the trade-offs. The traditional tunnel is like a bank vault. It's incredibly secure, it's heavily regulated, and that gives us a sense of trust. But man, is it slow. The DeFi tunnel, though, that's a superhighway. It's blazing fast, it runs 24/7, and anyone on Earth can access it. But all that speed comes with a whole different set of risks.
And that brings us to the real problem here. I mean, if both of these systems have such obvious strengths, why can't we just connect them? Why can't we get the security of the bank with the speed of DeFi?
It's the multi-trillion-dollar question, isn't it? We have these two incredibly powerful engines for money. Why can't we just plug them into each other? Well, the answer is kind of frustratingly simple. The tunnels. They just don't line up.
You know, the fundamental plumbing of these two worlds is just different. Their security models don't talk to each other. The way they handle rules and regulations are worlds apart. And a lot of the core technology just isn't compatible. It's kind of like trying to connect a massive fire hose to a tiny garden hose. You can't just jam them together and hope for the best. It's a recipe for disaster.
But what if we didn't just jam them together? What if, instead, we built a proper bridge, a piece of smart infrastructure designed from day one to connect these two tunnels safely, securely, and efficiently? Well, that's the vision we're going to explore right now.
The absolute key to building this bridge is a really powerful concept called protocol-level compliance. Think about it like this. Instead of putting police cars on a highway to catch speeders, what if you could just build the speed limit directly into the road itself? That's the idea. The rules that regulators care about, like identity checks, are literally built into the network's DNA. Compliance becomes automatic.
So, what would this actually look like for you? Well, first, you'd get a kind of digital passport from a trusted place, proving you are who you say you are. Then, when you go to use a financial app, your wallet just shows a green check mark that says, yep, this person's allowed, without ever sharing your actual private info. And the best part? The whole thing you want to do, say a swap and a deposit, happens in one single, guaranteed click. It either all works perfectly or nothing happens at all. No more watching your money get stuck halfway.
Now, this all sounds great in theory, right? But what's the actual tech that could make this a reality? To understand that, we can look at the tech stack of a platform like Radix, which was literally designed from the ground up to be this bridge. Pillar number one is that secure private digital identity we just mentioned. This is your digital passport. It's what lets you prove to a bank that you meet their rules. But, and this is the crucial part, without splashing your personal info all over a public database. It's the best of both worlds, compliance for them, privacy for you. Pillar 2 solves a problem that has plagued crypto for years, blind signing. You know what I'm talking about. You're faced with a long string of random letters and numbers, and you're just asked to click approve, hoping it does what you think it does. That has to stop. The solution? Readable transactions. Imagine getting a clear, simple, human-readable receipt before you approve anything. That's a total game changer, not just for you, but for institutions that need to audit what's happening. And the third pillar? Well, this is where the real magic happens. It's called atomic composability. This is the tech that lets you bundle a bunch of complex financial steps into one single, unbreakable transaction. You want to swap an asset, deposit it into a pool, and borrow against it all at the same time? This tech makes that a one-click, guaranteed action. It lets all these different apps click together like Lego bricks, safely and at a massive scale. Okay, so the technology to build the bridge exists. That's awesome. But let's bring ourselves back down to earth for a minute. This isn't going to happen tomorrow. There are some very real hurdles we have to get over, and the timeline is more of a slow burn than an explosion. Yeah, this is definitely an evolution, not a revolution. Right now, we're in the early testing phase, pilots, experiments. Over the next couple of years, as regulators start to create clear standards, you'll see these systems start to work together across different countries. And then, as we look towards the end of the decade, that's when we could really hit the mainstream, with tokenized bank money and open DeFi apps just
working together.
And it's so important to remember that the tech is only half the story. You have huge global players like the Bank for International Settlements you see here who are already working on the rulebook. But the really tough nuts to crack are about policy and politics. Who gets to issue these digital passports? How do you make sure a credential from Germany is trusted in Japan? These are the huge questions that we still need to answer.
So we'll leave you with this final thought. Everything we've talked about, the tech, the regulations, the 2 tunnels, it's all pointing towards one single massive change. So just ask yourself, what if the line between your bank account and your crypto wallet just vanished? What if it was all one thing, one seamless way to manage your financial life? That's the future these 2 worlds are slowly but surely building together.